So I've been working hard not to hook it too much. So now I'm trying to hook one. I could, but I'm a little. I've danced with that girl before. I don't.
No,
Me and my
concept.
hooking, we ain't getting along good. So I've been trying. I've been trying to make a little less of a hooking swing. So, but I could intentionally make a serious hook, but I really don't want to. Don't make me do it, please. If I want to curve it the other way, I got to take these two corners away. So now my swing cannot come in a hooking manner, but it can come in more in a slicing manner. So I would need to have the swing going a little more same if I hit a chop shot in ping pong. Did it do a little bit?
A little bit.
I only know how to do it. I can't do it. I'm not certified to do it. I'm only certified to tell you how. As the guy said, my swing left hand and left no forwarding address. But if you're prone to swing across the ball and swing going left while the face is looking right, the ball has no option but to spin, swing going left, up looking right, the ball has to go that way. I got to get the swing going right while the face looks left. Swing going right while the face is looking left. You can learn to do it. Don't be afraid to exaggerate. If you really want to learn to hit a hook, here's an easy way to do it. I learned this when I was assistant coach at Alabama. The coach was showing the players, what if you've driven out of the fairway and there's a tree right there, a big old tree right there that prevents you from making a backswing, trying to go that way. He said, just turn. Now the tree's still there, but it ain't gonna bother me. It ain't gonna bother me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be forced to make a swing that's gonna be damn certain to give me a hook.
That did it. That one definitely
I have
hooked.
had a fellow, I remember, I had a fellow who came to me slicing bat. He says, and I showed him this drill. He said, can I play this way? I said, yeah, ain't no rule against it. He was a big gambler. And he said, well, can I stand? I said, yeah, you can stand sideways. Tell your buddies, I stand sideways. So here's my target line. There's that big tree, but it's not a problem anymore because my swing is working this way. Easier for me to get the two things I need to hit a hook. The club's coming from this corner to that corner, and the face is turning over. So it should hook. Anyway, I said, he was a big gambler. He said, look, I said, tell your buddies, y'all stand square and hit sideways. I stand sideways and hit square.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good drill if you want to learn to hook. If you want to learn to fade, well, that's a comment that should be considered invalid. Pros ain't trying to hit it straight. Pros ain't trying to hit it straight. They are hitting fades and hooks. Watch the monitor now. It shows you that tracer.
And I do it when I don't need to.
Well, I'm telling you, I want you to learn how to do it whenever the hell you want to. It's like driving that golf cart, the steering wheel. You're the one holding it. Here's your steering wheel. You're the one holding it. You have to have smart hands. You must have smart hands. If I want the cart to turn left, I'm going to do this. If I want the ball to turn left coming through, I'm going to be doing this. How much? Well, practice will tell me. When? Practice will tell me.
That's it. That's it. There you go. That's
The pros are trying always to hit a slight curve. Every shot is begging for one curve or the other to some degree. The flag over here with the trouble over here, you know how they work. They're playing to the safe side and hoping it curves to the flag. If it doesn't, they got a long putt. So for two reasons, three in fact, you need to learn how to curve the ball whenever you want. For the sake of keeping your normal swing in balance, if you're always one way or the other too much, it's telling you your natural swing is too biased one way or the other. You need to balance it. The other is the hole for a skilled player is begging you to hit a certain kind of shot. One curve or the other. If you're skilled, you can do it. And the other, if you get caught out of the fairway and that's your only ticket out, you can escape. If you can't curve the ball at will comfortably, you're a one-trick pony. And this is learnable. Easy, no. Learnable, yes. So I hope I'm making an impact on your process of thinking about this situation. And I truly hope that some good will come from this endeavor. I really do hope I'm hoping for two people to get better, me and you. My wife says, Joe, why do you take lessons and practice? You're not going to get any better. I said, well, you don't care if I try, do you? So there's a good little drill right there. Just stand back here and you find the club always hit the ground in the same spot. And when they get all this other stuff going on, it never hits the same spot. You could play pretty good off one leg, either one of them. You could play better if you knew how to use both, but if you don't, play off one. If the swing is a circle needs a stable center. If I'm staying on one leg, I ain't gonna be moving side to side and messing up my center. Find which leg you do best off of. I do best when I feel a little more on this one. You could be just the opposite. Either one of them, you're going to get a more stable landing than if you're trying to put it all back and forth. If you're really skilled, you can manage the movement of changing the pressure. You can get a little more out of it, just like throwing a ball. You can get a little more out of it, but sometimes less is more. If I spank my ball fairly solid and I can find it, I'm happy. I'm not greedy. It's the bad shots we're trying to clean up, not your good one. Most of your good shot is pretty damn good. It's your bad one we're trying to fix. We're trying to narrow the gap between your best and your worst. You don't have to play great shots, you just can't play terrible ones. Anybody got a question or two before we
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I know there's probably no such thing as practicing, but on the course of a day, what's reasonable and what's on?
That's a good question. Coming here real close. He asked, how much practice should I put in? Well, I'm promoting practice because I own a golf range. I'm promoting practice because I know that's required. But I'm going to warn you this too. If you're practicing poor habits, you're getting better at being no good. The only person benefiting from you practicing a lot, if you're practicing bad, is the range owner. I get a dime a ball every time you hit one, whether you hit it good or bad. But so you got to be careful with practice. Make sure you are schooled on someone has told you. It's like going to the doctor and they say, Joe, your blood pressure is way the hell up and your cholesterol too. So he treats those too, or we treat those too. If your pro has said your backswing is too much around and you're trying to get it more up, or your weight is always back, you're trying to get it more through, whatever tip or two your pro is giving you, you better fall in love with it and try to hang on to it. Usually you don't get better the first day you take the 2 pills. It's 10 days later. So how much practice? Well, it depends upon how quick you want to get better. But be careful with the quality of your practice. Why do I use that gate drill? Because it's strict. And if you can do it, I promise you the ball ain't going to do nothing but behave. If you can't do that, just be careful with practicing, because you might be getting better just being worse. Be careful. If you can swing the club through that narrow gate and make the middle feed do a flip, your skill level for striking your ball is going to quickly get better. That's a simple drill to tell you how you're doing. You need to have something to give you feedback, because sometimes the swing, it's like a car I once was looking to purchase. I'd looked online, seen that it looked good, and it had prices right. Get to the parking lot, there it was, damn, 150 yards over in the corner. Man, she looked good. I get down to it, and all of a sudden, now I see why its price is in my range. It's got dents and nicks all over the place. So,
A little scuffed up, was it?
all of us have some knots in our rope. We're trying to free ourselves from those knots so that this rope can swing free. Be careful. I've given you good suggestions. We're trying to getting a stable position for starting with your hands in your posture. How to load the club up. Watch where I pour this water. Watch where I pour this water. And then there's two parts, Big Joe and Little Joe. Big Joe's turning and unturning. Turning my tummy to the right, tummy to the left. Weights moving to the right, weight to the left. Back and through. Back and through. That's what Big Joe's doing. Little Joe is these things.
Hit in the net. Is it net? Because we can't see the results. And that's what.
A net is good only. Well, I once heard a pro say the word, every bad thing I've seen happen to a ball happens after it had passed that net area. It's out there that the thing gets nasty. So practicing in a net is good if you're focusing on the right fundamentals in your swing and you're just making a real effort to look good. But you need to get outside and see what the ball's doing. But into the net is better than no practice. But when you can, you want to see how the swing is making the ball behave. The ball is your greatest teacher. It won't lie to you. How it's flying is telling you what the face is doing at the moment that matters. So pay attention to the ball. You got any suggestions for him, Willie, before we turn him loose?
No. Good luck. I won't be here next week, so good luck to you. Work on whatever I showed you how to do.
And
I won't be here next week.
and you said 7:45.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on the course next week. Bob and myself and another professional will probably take 4 of you.
I'll be in Ohio.
Well, have fun out there, and I bet you're taking your clubs with you.
I'm going